You've probably noticed that in your life it's easier to say negative things more than it is to say kind or positive things. Now, you can have a sunny disposition. I certainly appreciate those folks that can do that all the time. But for the fact of the matter, our society models negativity. In our world today, man, there's a lot of angry words. There's lots of vitriol and angst and everything else, and we're seeing it played out all over. And that's what I want to talk to you about today on The Bottom Line. This is The Bottom Line. This is Sunday, February 19th, 2017, new and improved series. So last week we talked about this whole idea of new and improved, and if you haven't seen last week's Bottom Line, that is the one to watch. It will absolutely lay the foundation for this idea that we're going to talk to you about today, and that's something as simple as courtesy. Courtesy seems to be lacking. It is lacking in the way we deal with our kids, or the way our kids deal with us, or perhaps extended family, or with our coworkers. You know, we're so stressed. We have so many things pushing on us that this whole idea of being civil seems to have been thrown out the window, and is being trampled on, and then it's being modeled for us by either governments or media and everything else. And there's just this clash of angry words and suspicions that are being thrown about. So if there's ever a message that should resonate within the body of Christ, it's this one. Growing up in the church as I did, there was a song that we used to sing that very simply went like this: "They'll know we are Christians by our love." It was a very simple little tune, and it kind of stuck in your head, not quite like Small World, but it's still stuck in your head, and you would find yourself singing it. And the simple little message of it is absolutely the thing that we need to do today, because you see, as we love our world, as we love around the people around us, then we make a significant difference. Courtesy is something that God has extended to us. He has given us His loving kindness. He's given us His grace. His mercies are new every day. He says we're new. He gives us a fresh start. So God has been good to us. And so when we think about being good to others, well, then we should just naturally allow that to be an outflow of what has been given to us. But therein lies the problem. So oftentimes we forget what has been done for us. Or we qualify in saying, yeah, but you don't know the hurt that has come along into my life. And so I'm not going to grab onto it today, and I'm just going to allow myself to be angry and everything else. Folks, you can't do that. We need to learn to be courteous. First of all, we need to be courteous with our words. Your words have the power of death and life in them. You can throw things out, especially when you're angry, and you're going to eat your words later per se. But man, when you get those words out, some of those things that are angry, it really does damage. And you can just very simply change a situation very quickly just by speaking calmly, or just holding your tongue and allowing wisdom to come into your life and to be able to handle a situation. Secondly, we should extend courtesy to those people that oppose us. You know, if you really want to get back at your enemies, kill them with kindness, because it'll give them a heart attack. And so when you just allow yourself to be kind, it begins to devalue, or it diminish their arguments and their angst against you. So kindness is not weakness. Kindness is saying, hey, I want to meet you at a place where we can find resolution. Thirdly, we need to act with courtesy because it's an incredible witness, because it's not being seen as a whole. I love those commercials on TV, the pass it on idea, and just people holding a door or picking up something that someone has dropped on the floor. These are simple little things, but man, oh man, do we miss that. Recently, someone kind of got angry with me because I opened a door, and I wanted to say, no, it's for the person behind you, but I didn't do that. But it doesn't mean I stopped doing what I think is just kind. I open doors for men as much as I do women, so it's not a thing with me. So I'm just going to keep on doing good. And finally, we have to understand that when we are courteous, then God does bless us, because we reap what we sow. So when you reap courtesy and kindness and love towards other people, then eventually that is what comes back to you in abundance. And folks, I want to encourage you that in this new and improved series that we're talking about, the new we stood on, and that's a habit that we need to grab onto mentally. But the new and improved, or the approved portion, is that we work this out with fear and trembling. We grab onto the idea and recognize God is calling me to be courteous. So God bless you today. Share this message. Pass it along to others through social media, and tune in again next week. Thanks so much.